So this is a video I have been planning to do for a while. I never got around to doing it. The Miele has washed with every machine in my collection besides the Hoover SIX. It's about time we do that today. And you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film. So what we got here is a different arrangement. Normally it's the Miele sat here and whatever machine I've got in there gets pulled out and brought here. But today the Miele's there. I would have done it side by side, but this is a tradition to have them literally now perfectly at a right angle with each other. So what we got here is a load of colours and my work stuff, work suits and whatnot. So the Hoover SIX is going to take the colours and the Miele is going to take the work clothes, because the Hoover SIX has obviously got the opaque door shield and that is a bit harder to film, so I thought I'd use something light for that. The Hoover SIX is going to be taking Personal Colour loads and Comfort Pure conditioner with a Calgon tab and some Fabulosa Rainbow Drops fragrance boosters. The Miele is going to be taking Sainsbury's non-biological sensitive powder with their own brand Black Saffron and Amberwood conditioner with Fabulosa, and that, yeah, gotta look at that. I almost finished that. I need to get more. I'm going to be doing the Miele on. What they do is, it's obviously not a wash race. As you guys know, I can't do wash races here because of several reasons. Mainly because you've got a cold fill machine and a hot fill machine, but also the electricity here cannot handle two machines heating. It will literally, well, trips the breaker. I can't even have a tumble dryer on downstairs while something's heating. So what we're going to be doing in the Miele is cottons 40 for that, and the Hoover SIX is going to be doing cottons 50 heavy with this load. Yeah, cottons. Oh no, it's just cottons 50. You don't need a. I'll see how much it comes up to. You might need to use a 6 kilogram wash for this one, I think, because it will colour so comments quite a bit. So I'm going to get loading and we'll go from there. One thing I've not had is two machines with door release to them. Thankfully, both open separate ways. See, if it was the other way around though, the machines would have banged into each other with their doors. So I'm going to get loading the Hoover SIX first. Get loading Louise. Let's for once, both machines going to throw the fragrance boosters in. And that's for the Hoover. There's Miele going to use up the last. Nah, there is about one more wash left in that. Right. It's awkward to do. I haven't got a tripod on my phone yet. I am looking for one though. Oh, there's the hoodie that always causes problems because you always get balancing issues. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a 6 kilo wash option for that. I mean, it will compact it down, but I just want to make sure there's maximum water level being used. Look at that. It's like a fruit cocktail in there. And then the Miele gets my work stuff. So it's a mixture of shirts. Should be getting polo shirts soon, which would be far nicer to wash and iron, because these produce a horrible smell when they're like drying. Apologies, the camera works a bit poor. I'm trying to load with my right and I'm holding the phone with my left hand, which I'm not really good at because I'm right-handed. I might also be visiting a laundrette today, a new one near where my nanny is. So I'm going to see her today. Oh, don't want that. Of course, with the Miele, you know what happens. Right. So, of course, just shake the box. I've got a little tiny opening there, as you do with Ursel. As Charlie told me, there's a stain in the drawer of this Hoover. Use coloured detergent, and that's what helps keep the colour. Right, that's enough. That's enough for you, Louise. You're not getting any more. I think it's going to get a bit difficult now, aren't they? I don't know if that's in focus. Probably isn't. I know, if you've seen my face, I do need to shave. He's bloody spilt like coffee or something. That bloody mum again, isn't it? Oh, I know why, because I did a ball wash yesterday in the Hoover SIX. Yeah, yesterday morning, and the drawer was open. Oh, a little bit of plastic came off the drawer there. Oh yeah, there is a little bit missing there. Fortunately, Louise ain't perfect because she's nearly 22 years old this year. Bloody hell. And don't look it. Be at the end of those Calgon tablets soon. Right, that is the Hoover SIX loaded up with detergent. Onto the Miele. Oh, that's the problem. I figured out our valve wasn't opened fully for some reason. Don't know why. So I've opened it fully, which hope to get the Miele filling a bit quicker. So there we go. Again, this stuff I don't like to use too much of because it does get a bit foamy, especially on 40 cycles. I tried to teach them how to clean the drawer of this machine because the Miele isn't my machine, so I technically don't really take responsibility of cleaning this machine much. I'm more focused on the my machines. But again, it goes with the line scale tablet. So my nanny though has been cleaning her Samsung, and any Samsung owners, can they answer me this? Does the machine actually tell you when it needs a tub clean? Because according to my nanny, it tells her. But I never knew or never heard of that feature, so might be something new. Right. Hoover Interact welcome. Miele just gives you that. So what we're going for on this one is normal cotton's 50, that's program 6. As usual, need to know how to figure out how to keep the time. They are cotton normal, Colourfast cotton 50 degrees Celsius normal. It's going to cotton's 40, hour 55, water plus. That'll drop that down. That's the eco cycle on this 6. Oh, look at that! Remembers that I use 6 kilogram wash. Don't need an extra rinse. Oh. Okay. It's like the Miele's water was turned to off there for some reason. Oh, they're fighting over the water now because the Hoover's taking hot and cold. Hoover's taking most of it actually. How does it look if I don't have the light on? No, it's more dawning that way. Hoover straight in. Now, the reason I've started them together is because the Hoover 6 will take far less time to heat, so that won't be heating for as much. I realised we should actually let the Miele heat first, I think. Well, the Hoover's filling with hot water. That'll take a while for that to start heating, so the Miele should actually have heated by the time that heats, because I know what the Hoover's like. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. I got too excited to start them both together, but if I need to, I'll pause the Hoover. The Miele's only going to 40, and that clicks into heat far quicker than the Hoover does. So the Hoover spends a lot of time sensing the load. You get at least about 15 minutes while that heats up. That Miele's doing the long sensing tumble now. Quite nice to have them both going together. Funny thing is, these machines are only about 7 years apart in age. Top up. Yeah, that's good. That's hot water going in, so that'll raise the temperature quicker. I'm sorry about the flickering that you get in here. I know a lot of people have spoken about it before. It's the fact we've got an LED light, as opposed to your fluorescent one. While it makes the kitchen brighter, it affects phones when they're filming, especially when I've got flash enabled on this phone as well. The only reason I got flash enabled is to be able to see into the Hoover better. By the meter, nothing's heating yet. Yeah, as I said, I'll just pause the Hoover if they're heating together. Oh, top up. Get 2 loads of laundry done. If the Miele had a 50 cycle, I'd have done that on 50 as well. But we don't. Pity that the hidden cycle wasn't a 50 cycle. Use the Miele's level there. Oh god, you can actually see where the cabinet's been like dented. I think that was caused when they came back from Australia. So they've actually got pretty much roughly the same amount of time, but the Miele will drop that down and then so will the Hoover. How the Hoover tends to drop down dramatically. I'm surprised the Miele's not dropped anything down yet. There we are. So heater on the Miele, top up and the fast tumbles. And you see the it's turned amber. That lets you know that the machine's taking in. Yeah, so watch this now. That won't take long to heat that either. So I had to stop the Hoover. The Hoover's dropped time down, but it's starting to heat. So we've got to let the Miele sort of get to the end of heating. The Miele's about 20 degrees. The Hoover's just waiting for this to catch up. Well, the Miele to finish heating, and then the Hoover can continue. What I will do at the end though is I will pause the Miele a lot on rinse hold, like I normally do. I'll keep it on rinse hold actually, so that they can both do the final spin together. I always like the idea of them spinning together. It's not a race. It's just that I can't have these two heating together. It's not necessarily how much it's pulling out of the main circuit of the house. It's the fact that it's pulling it out of that one fuse there. And I've blown several fuses in that plug, having the 9530 and the Miele heat. Now, it's one of the Hoover's heater wattage is 2200, the Miele's is 2500. Whereas the Hotpoint 9530 is 2500 as well, so it's 5 kilowatt. It's still a lot to be pulling out of the socket, and don't want to risk that. So yeah, just the Miele probably once that hits 40, I think we'll know, because the machine will start doing the distribution tumbles. Yeah. Ah, here we go. Oh, it's like the machine heard me. Now, well, hopefully this doesn't suds up too much. I think what you can hear squealing is the motor bearings. They tend to calm down when the machine's been on a hot wash. So we're getting to about 30 now, I think, with that happening. But the Miele is actually using more water than the Hoover is. You know, the Hoover's using the 6 kilo wash option. So that's all it just says here, this program paused. I don't feel any heat. I can feel a bit there, so must mean the water's getting to a decent temperature. So Miele's finished heating. Look at this. This is a fault I have with this machine. Yeah, it always thinks she always thinks the door's still open. So the Hoover 6 is heating now, and they're both onto fast tumbles. Distribution pretty much for the 6 as well. See? Oh, that looks so good washing together. So Hoover's got an hour and 34 to go. Miele's got an hour. Well, let me not put that onto rinse hold yet. Hour and 14. So they're about 20-minute difference. However, the Hoover could also drop time down as well. That's great having them together. So there is a little bit more water in there because we've used the 6 kilogram option. Okay, so the Hoover is now got 59 minutes left. Miele with 39 and is on the first intermediate spin. This is fun. I like doing this. The Hoover got held up by about 10 minutes though, unfortunately. Otherwise I would have had these two like sort of spinning together. But I'll make sure the final spins together though. Maybe the Miele didn't end up getting too sudsy. Oof, a bit unbalanced. Bloody hell. It's a shame Louise is boss. That's very loose, that is. Drink on there, look. Of course, you know, that's 900 RPM on the Miele. Wow. A lot like being moved. She herself is stable though. The Hoover might go about 50, 48 odd, I think. And again, the rinses on the Hoover are shorter than the Miele, so And first rinse. It sounds to be feeling a bit more better now, it does. Hoover should be. Miele is on the second intermediate spin, and the Hoover is towards the end of the main wash. So what happened because I held the Hoover up by 10 minutes. It would have been nice if they were kind of both doing the same thing together. What kind of spin we're going to get from the Miele. But like I say, it's not a race, it's just them washing the other. That's what the Miele does. That's unbalanced. I'll be surprised that spins that. Oh my god. Bloody hell. Would have been nice to have had the A3060 and the Hoover 6 together. I better be careful of that fabulous though. That's the pump rattling. On the Hoover. That means it's been washed for an hour and 46 minutes. Tell me Hoover, I don't care. I've put on rinse holes so they'll both do the final spin together. Maybe I should have let the Hoover start when the Miele had 5 minutes after heating or so. It's hard to tell though, because I didn't know when the Miele's going to stop heating. It should be soon though. It's because I've enabled the 6 kilogram wash, so that also adds time to the main wash. Does that little anti-tangle because now it's putting an additional rinse in, so it puts the path back to the door for the water. Yeah. Well, that was an instant reverse on the Hoover. Hey, now the Hoover's draining. 45 minutes to go. 44 now. They'll actually end up both rinsing together because the Hoover does the spin very quickly. Oh, well that's stop and rebalance, I wonder. bit unbalanced, yeah. Need to stop filling. That's what I have on the Miele though. Despite what my review showed about that Sainsbury's powder, it's actually really rinsing out well on the Miele. The draw on the Hoover does stick out a bit. Unfortunately, I can't get it to close flush with the fascia. Yeah, the Hoover's just so the one thing that the Hoover has over the Miele is stability. No, the Miele never washed with the LG though, which was a shame. Now the Hoover fills for the rinse. But that's the extra fill we do the 6 kilogram wash. And the Miele's draining. Oh, the Hoover dropped a little bit there. Now the Hoover takes off. Miele on third and final intermediate spin. Hoover has actually got a decent amount of water for that rinse. Nice, but yeah. Not really smooth on this one, I think. No. Slightly longer spin this one is. I do love that the Hoover 6 utilises every second, it's like instant reverse tumbles. Miele's on to the final rinse now. Oh, straight to the final rinse. They're both on a rinse together at least. Hoover 6 is on second intermediate spin. Miele is on the last 5 minutes of the final rinse. And that is instantly not going to spin that. Don't think about it, Louise. Oh. That's the hoodie doing that. One. But I like the balancing technique on this is actually really effective. It flings the load out the other way and then comes back and tumble. I wonder what the newer Hoovers do now when they're balancing. And you can just tell by the sound that it sounds a bit unbalanced. No, that won't spin that. Yeah, there's no way that's going to accept that. I'll be very surprised. Even though this machine has surprised me on the cotton cycle. What? No way! This machine is getting less sensitive on the intermediate spins. There we go. Say something. I mean, synthetic's fine, but not cotton though. She's showing the Miele, I can do it too. Well, the Miele did no balancing. Incredible. I quite like that. I'll put the colours low through the dryer first. That is incredible. She decided to spin that. Labour, pretty stable. Just rinsing away. Yeah, it's the second rinse. Miele's on rinse hold now. Alright, final intermediate spin for the Hoover 6. Miele's still on rinse hold. Will we go first time on the Hoover? Don't see why we shouldn't. Hey! Yeah. Okay, a lot more smoother than I expected. Of course, the sensitivity does ramp up on the final spin a bit though. And you only get 4 attempts before the machine decides to restrict the speed. Hopefully none of that happens. I think the intermediate spins on the Hoover are sort of just the right amount. They're not too short or too long. They would be better with bursts. I do much prefer machines that do bursts, like different burst spins here. The machine will come to a complete stop now before filling, because we've got to change the direction of the water path. See? And not change. Final rinsing. Comfort Pure. That drawer will need a bit of a washout after that. That there is where I have the cut out for a jet. I don't know why. It has it on the seal, but there's the Miele's rinse level. Hoover 6 is sort of doing something similar to that now. There we go. That's come just the bottom of the drum rim. So the 6 kilogram load, you do actually get about that much of the fill. There you are. So that kind of load, it's when you do like a full load of towels that it kind of doesn't seem to fill like anywhere visible. together. Both on final spin. Obviously the Miele's got bursts to do, whereas the Hoover should just get straight into it without balancing problems. Yeah, it's still draining. That might go straight away, I think. Miele's got 400 bursts. There we go, Hoover's off. Louise takes off. She's like, I'm taking the lead now. I'll show you how it's done without all the bursts. Smooth though. That's very smooth. Wow. You're going for the 600 bursts now, or 500 actually. 457 again. But now that, oh no, that doesn't do the 700 burst because that's on the longer final spin. That's 800. Miele's going to fire up to 900 now. Got very similar times. Miele got some balance there, I think. Oh yes, oh that's going to make a racket. Showing off. 800 and 900. It's 1200 now. The 6 up to 1000. Oh, Miele's shaking like crazy, that is. What the hell? Then it'll be both at the same speed then. How smooth the Hoover SIX is, and you got the Miele. front panel's rattling along. The 6 up to 1200, both at 1200 now. There's no vibration from the 6. Oh, a little bit. The Hoover skipped ahead, I think, slightly. That's a little boost up. God. A little boost up to 1300. Hoover 6 at 1600. Here we go. Really not happy today. Oh, the light scale breaking off. Look at that. It's not even like she's unlevel or anything either. You know. Can't even hear the Hoover 6. Hoover 6 slowing down. Of course, the Miele goes all the way to the end with the spin, whereas the Hoover 6 doesn't. It gets like just about 1 minute. What is going on with the Miele today? Oh, the Hoover's pumped off now. Bloody hell! Because I tested the Miele to see that was on level, but like the machine's spinning really stable, so unless the front panel's just slightly loose or something, but even still. Well, we can share a basket. To be fair, that was a really unbalanced spin though. I'm surprised because normally the Hoover 6 is the one that puts on the show with a final spin. There'd always be like an unbalanced load that will skip the sensor somehow. Okay. So Miele is instant unlock. Where's with the 6? Very dry that is though. That's what I like about that. Short spin but dries pretty well. I'm waiting on Louise. Oh, they're even drier. Wow, I can't quite stop. Yeah, that's what, when you get a smooth spin, I even say the same thing about the A3060. When you get a smooth spin, the spin drying performance is actually really good. Oh yeah, that's what I always like finding where the welding seam is. I don't know where it is on the Mieles. You see the welding. Oh no, they're welded differently, their drums, I think. Alright, that was the Hoover 6 AAA Whisper 1600 AAA160 Interact. Yeah, interacting with the Miele W562 Prestige Plus 6. So Miele's washed with all members of the collection, apart from the LG. I don't know why we never did one of that. I suppose we did have them washing sort of together when Josh and Charlie came over, but not one like this. So I might do more of this. Maybe get a temporary machine again, I might. Got some exciting news coming up. I plan to do an update video, probably later tonight actually, to update you guys on just how I'm doing in my personal life and everything else, and maybe what's to come. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow, and thank you for interacting.